Hi, I'm Natalie Goldman and I'm the CEO of FlexCareers.
And I'm Ariane. I'm a partner at FlexCareers.
And today we wanted to take you through some of our key takeaways of the Roundtable series that we've been running this year at FlexCareers, together with our clients across Australia and New Zealand. We're in a really fortunate position to be able to see the shifting nature of the market, and today we wanted to share with you some of those key themes. Some of the common challenges that we're seeing in organisations are really commonplace across all organisations and industry sectors. One of the main ones that continues to prevail is around getting that really senior buy-in, and that the decision around flexibility needs to come from the top. And that hasn't really changed very much over the years, but it's still, I would say, something that I'm seeing as a real challenge for a number of organisations. Once the organisation actually has that buy-in from the senior leadership, it's just like a domino effect. Things just tend to fall into place really quite quickly.
And I think, obviously the role modelling and there's case studies and storytelling of what's actually working for that individual or the team or the senior manager or the leadership, that it just becomes a normal way of working. And where we've found that it breaks in the past is that obviously if the executive team haven't bought into it, that next level down, there's absolutely no way that they're going to work flexibly. Therefore, it's a run-on effect with the rest of the team.
Another challenge that we're seeing is the conversation around consistency. So in the roundtables, as well as in the work that we've been doing with organisations, this is coming up time and time again as a real challenge. And by consistency, what that means is that it's pockets of flexibility or lack of flexibility happening, as opposed to it being company-wide where flexibility is just embedded and normalised. And often it's the managers who are the ones that are blocking the changes in that organisation. And so bringing them on the journey is really important. So creating that consistency of availability, flexibility is another one. But I would say consistency is a really big challenge and a really big theme.
And I also think particularly the talent team have been having a lot of challenges because candidates are becoming quite bold and actually asking at screening stage through a recruitment process, what are the company's policies or guidelines or what's the flexibility in this role? And the organisations that are doing it really well are actually asking that initial question at screening stage and asking the candidate what form of flexibility you're working at the moment. If you were going to work flexibly, what would it look like? And making sure that that's filtering onto the hiring manager, so then there's no shock through that interview process.
And I think another challenge, although it hasn't necessarily been verbalised by many clients, but something that I've actually observed is the rate of change that the needle around flexibility is shifting. So just further to your point around candidates being really bold, a few years ago, the conversation by candidates was, I'm going to feel like I'm potentially discriminated against, whether I'm a man or a woman, around flexible working, because it boxes me into a certain type of person, position, etc. And so now it's a candidate-driven market. So I think what we're seeing is the marketplace is really shifting so fast. And companies are now talking about flexibility and really needing to embed it super fast. And the challenge there is you can't just do it overnight. We're talking about proper cultural transformational change here, where we're looking at not just getting buy-in from the top, but having really robust systems in place, looking at the technology to support the different types of flexibility, training managers up, procedures, guidelines, toolkits, checklists, all those kinds of things. And we've been working with so many different organisations on all of those things, but it's something that I think more and more organisations are there putting up their hands and reaching out to us saying, we have to do this, partly because our competitors are doing it, but we're also missing out on great talent because they're being so demanding around flexible work, and they're finding great roles in other companies, often their competition, and they're missing out.
Absolutely. So it's not just used as a attraction, but also retaining top talent. And what we're finding is people that are working flexibly are actually more productive because they know that if they're not productive working flexibly, that arrangement won't stay. So they're really very good communicators, they're time managers, they're learning how to communicate what's going to work for them, but also what's going to work for the team, the manager, the organisation, but also putting the customer top of mind.
Yeah.